The holiday season is well underway, with tonight being the first night of Hanukkah, just 10 days until Christmas Eve and 12 until Kwanzaa. And many nonprofits working around the clock, helping people in need. And today we're focused on 3 organizations making a difference in the lives of New Yorkers. We meet the founder of the B.R.O experience. Barry Cooper created a healing space for young men at risk in Bed-Stuy, and he won 2 major awards this year. Plus, Janine Saulsbury is also with us. The founder of Share for Life Foundation explains why her organization is laser focused on food insecurity. And Carl Clay of the Black Spectrum Theater is here. His venue in Southeast Queens is a safe haven for the arts community, providing a stage for creatives. All that and so much more on this special Season of Giving edition of In Focus. Let's begin today's conversation with Barry Cooper, founder and executive director of the B.R.O experience. Hey, thanks so much for being here. I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I'm a big fan of the show.
You know, everyone calls you Coach Coop, so
yes.
I'm going to do that if you don't mind. And in 2020, 2021, you started the B.R.O experience, short for Brothers Redefining Opportunities. Tell us more.
Yeah, so the B.R.O experience, like you said, started in 2020, 21. And it was my way of creating space, healing space for young men of color in Brooklyn and throughout the tri-state. One of the things that I realized in doing the work, whether I was a mentor, educator, and working in spaces with young men, oftentimes the things that they were dealing with was really emotional and psychologically. So whether they didn't have a job or whether they didn't feel like they were worthy enough of doing things or even showing aggression, it was deep-seated in how they felt. So the B.R.O experience in our work, what we do is we create healing space through cognitive behavior therapy.
Wow, and you're doing this mostly in Bed-Stuy. That's the nucleus of all of this, right?
Yeah.
Because you are a native of Bed-Stuy.
Absolutely.
What are you seeing there? Is the situation getting better over the years?
Yeah,
because gentrification is also affecting Bed-Stuy.
No, absolutely. I think all of those things are, you know, a part of the process. But I do see things getting better. Now, do they always tell that story? Not all of the time. I think that, you know, we have like a provocative way of showing things. But the young men that we've been working with and the young men that you see in the community that we have contact with, they're all searching for emotional regulation and a space to be. And I think that that is indicative to our growth. Being, you know, something that was an idea 5 years ago to now 5 years later, we have a staff of over 19 people. We are running different cohorts throughout the year. Just in 2025, we have in full contact worked with over 200 young men. Over
200. And your organization is really rooted in opportunity. You're giving these young men at risk jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. So our framework is once you are able to understand self, be able to cycle emotions in a positive way, and we also see that you have the ability to hold space for others. We put you through an extensive training through our organization, and then you start working with our younger men.
And you're what's known as a Black BIPOC nonprofit leader. What does that mean?
Yeah, so it's just a cool way of saying I'm a Black guy working with a nonprofit organization. But I think it's important because oftentimes being a Black leader, period, whether you're a man or woman, and I think our sisters have a lot more obstacles than we do, but just being a Black man trying to create something this big to this magnitude in a society that often doesn't see young men of color in the way that we do, positive, loving, nurturing, audacious, people don't really want to fund or support that all the time. So, you know, it is difficult. Although we've had a lot of great success, we're really trying to change the temperature and the way that people see Black and brown young men.
And what does that success look like for you?
Yeah, so I think that for us, That success looks like we are able to, at least indirect services with direct services, support over 2 million young men, be able to create a holistic wellness center specifically for men of color. We don't go to hospitals. We don't like going to talk to people. So I want to create, and we are going to create, a space where men can come and actually get all of the mental health and physical health support that they need.
And you know, a friend of mine told me that you, Coach Coop, grab men from the jaws of death.
Yeah.
And bring them back and give them that safe space. When you meet these young men at risk who are about to either go into the drug world or do something that could potentially get them killed or put in prison, how do you bring them back?
Yeah, well, we often bring them in when we say, hey, that is not who you truly are, right? Like, you are responding to a world that's been designed for you, and you are acting out in a way that they want you to. So, like, what if, and what if we are able to peel back why these things happen to you, give you the ability to feel through why these things happen, so that way you can start to create decisions that's within your best interest. And that is a simple formula, but it goes a long way, and many people don't really tap into that. We use cognitive behavior therapy as our framework. And in CBT, that allows a young man to see the experience, articulate what those feelings are based on that experience, so he can then change the behavior. Because when they start to change the behavior, now you start to see them still go through struggle, because we all will, but it's a situation where they're now able to make these right decisions instead of decisions in the emotional
against
state.
their better interests.
Yeah.
And lastly, you won 2 big awards this year, Coach Coop. So proud of you. You won Brooklyn Org's Changemaker, and you won the Big David Prize. You got 200 grand.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that is a big
So I
deal.
am one of 5
Yeah.
amazing New Yorkers in 2025, and we won. I won the David Prize. It is a $200,000 unrestricted funding source. So they just believed in the vision, and they're supporting me. And I was able to put that right back into the work, and continue to do the work. And yes, through Brooklyn Org, with the amazing Dr. Jocelyn Rainey and her staff, I feel like they have helped us catapult in 2025 in our work. They give us so much resources, and with those resources, we have been able to expand our staff.
Keep doing the work. Yeah. Happy holidays to you, my friend. So glad to be able to tell our viewers about the great work that you're doing. Barry Cooper, better known as Coach Coop, Executive Director of the B.R.O Experience. Appreciate you. And still to come.
So wherever you go, whatever you do, wherever you are, remember that an elder has told you that you are beloved.
We salute Dr. Adelaide Sanford on her 100th birthday. We'll be right back.
Boxes of really awesome food. We got collard greens, onions, potatoes, yams.
Oh, New Yorkers are busy this season of giving, helping each other. Joining us now is Janine Saulsbury, founder and CEO of Share for Life Foundation. Good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, and you have been busy this holiday season. Your nonprofit, Share for Life Foundation, founded in 2002, and you target New Yorkers living in public housing, right? Explain why.
We are committed to serving New York City Housing Authority residents, where New York City Housing is the largest housing authority in the world. That's the most underserved development.
Yeah, and you the video we just saw, you were at Redfern houses, right? And you also went to Jamaica and you fed many people.
It was such a blessing to be able to do that. We did a campaign to feed 1,000 families for Thanksgiving. And we were very blessed with our sponsor this year, which was the Greater Queens chapter of the Links, that was able to sponsor us and provide so much food and turkeys, and it was really amazing and helped so many people.
Yeah, it really helped, and you help a lot of children. And I know when you work with you partner with the Greater Queens chapter of the Links Incorporated, together you have volunteers who are so dedicated to giving back to the community. Explain why it's important to reach out to children especially.
Absolutely, because some of our programs, for instance, we have a film and media program where the young people create films that they advocate on their own behalf. They become the writers, producers, directors, and it's a way for them to express themselves creatively. And young people, they really need programming, and they come to the community center and they really love Share for Life programs because it gives them something to do and a little different from school, but it's a way that they can learn and to do things creatively.
And it's an outlet. I grew up in public housing as a little girl, and sometimes you feel trapped, like you don't see many opportunities, and Share for Life is there to open that window of their imagination, right? And you also provide toys this holiday season.
Oh yes, that's the fun part, you know, to providing toys. This year we got a big donation from Toys for Tots.
Wow.
So that's awesome, and we're donating them to a few housing authorities in Brooklyn and in Queens.
That's fantastic. And talk to us about the hurdles that your nonprofit and others are facing. You know, so much funding is being lost, and sadly, you know, nonprofits are sometimes the first on the list to lose that funding. What are your concerns these days?
It's been really tough this year. We lost a lot of funding, and it's really hard because it hurts the most vulnerable communities like New York City Housing Authority. But we're very grateful for the private funding that we were able to receive, and we continue to write grants and look for funding. But it's really important because these programs the young people look forward to, and senior citizens as well. So when the programs get cut, it hurts the most vulnerable communities.
And you're seeing that in real time. Talk to us about the gratitude from New Yorkers that you're helping when you see their faces light up, giving them those turkeys and the meals, right?
That is the most fulfilling part. We pulled up with a U-Haul truck with boxes of food and turkeys, and people were just like, oh my God, thank you. Like, God, I didn't know how I was going to feed my family. They were really shocked also that people wanted to give and to help. And it was so much gratitude. It just was so heartfelt to see. And now there's such a need more than ever. And you can see pantries and lines that are longer than ever. And, you know, I saw this happen during COVID, but it continued to today. You still see the need is very greater than ever.
Yeah, and that was going to be my question, because you've been around since 2002, and you've seen now in 2025 the need has exploded due to everything that's happening. But you also have an explosion of volunteers. You have people who are donating to you, and you give it back to different public housing developments, and for that, we are grateful and we thank you. And keep doing what you're doing. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. Janine Saulsbury, founder and CEO of Share for Life Foundation. Time for another break. In Focus continues right after this. And now, a flashback from our New York One archives. November 14th, 2005, some 20 years ago. The end of an era at the South Street Seaport. After 180 years in Lower Manhattan, many old-timers left reeling with word that the Fulton Fish Market had to pack up and ship out.
Now we're getting the stuff from all over the world.
Eugene Edwards spent years handling fish from all over the world. The docks back then were such a unique part of Lower Manhattan, a wild mix of noise. From forklifts beeping like crazy, dock workers shouting in every language imaginable, and the steady stream of fish boxes landing on wet pavement. Every corner down here had a story dating back generations to 1822. But in the 21st century, it was time to go.
Welcome to the fish market.
The Fulton Fish Market moved to Hunts Point in the South Bronx in 2005. The cooperative bills itself as America's seafood epicenter. And while this state-of-the-art food distribution center is fancy and more organized and accessible for trucks, thankfully, Hollywood captured the magic of the old rough and tumble days.
Here we are, Marv.
The original Fulton Fish Market featured in Home Alone 2.
Smell that? Yeah. You know what that is? Fish.
Well, today, the smell of fish may be long gone, but for so many old-school New Yorkers, the memories remain. That's a scene from the play Black Spurs, presented at the Black Spectrum Theater in Southeast Queens earlier this year. We're joined now by Carl Clay, president, founder, executive producer at the Black Spectrum Theater. Great to see you.
Great to see you, Cheryl.
You know, there's about a half dozen Black community theaters left in New York City. Black Spectrum Theater is one of them. It's not easy to keep going in this climate,
No,
right?
it's
With
not.
funding being snatched.
I mean, we're in our 56th year of operation. It has been a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. But you know, when you have purpose in mind and you want to do something for your community, I think it just pours out of you, and you give and you make it happen, and you do anything you can to continue the dream that I think we've all had in terms of bringing Black theater to this community, to the city. I don't think we've always been recognized in the way that we should, but finally in 2003, New York City finally, I'll just say, blessed about 6 theaters with the ability to promote and support this thing called Coalition for Theaters of Color.
Yeah.
And so that has been a lifeline to allow these theaters that have been in existence for more than 25 and 30 years, an ability to basically continue to at least stabilize and grow.
And grow. Yeah. And, you know, Black Spectrum Theater in Southeast Queens provides a safe haven for creatives. You give them the chance, the future Tyler Perrys that are out there, right? And tell us about the enthusiasm and the road ahead, because there's a lot going on now, right? Over in Southeast Queens, Roy Wilkins Park is being redone.
They are planning to put a recreational center in this 54-acre park that used to be part of the Naval Hospital system. And we've been in the original building since 1986. Before then, we were in a storefront, and before then it was a church, and before then it was in my parents' basement. Okay, so a lot has happened. But in Roy Wilkins, they're going to build a new facility. And we're in the original building there, and we're looking to expand and basically create more space for creatives and all the activities that we do. As you know, we do theater mainly, and we do these music concerts, and we make films. A lot of people don't know that we have about almost 30 films under our belt.
Really?
Of films that we've done. One is a feature film that ended up on BET, and it's been shown for years, about young people getting involved in the political process and learning how to basically take charge of their communities and basically grow in productive human beings, you know. But for Roy Wilkins Park, this has been, you know, Roy Wilkins Park is a unique place because it's one of the only parks in the city that are run and operated by Black folks.
That's right. And you're currently concerned about the continuation of funding once the Mamdani administration takes over. Explain why.
So, you know, with any election comes change. And you know, while we hear some of the things that he wants to do, it's our hope, also knowing that his mother comes out of the film industry and understands the arts, that he will also embrace that in a way that's going to support those institutions in the community who've never really had a chance to grow properly in a way that would be supportive and nurturing. My goal with the organization now is legacy, the ability to create, outside of our facility, we say nurturing a new generation of artists for the 21st century. And we believe that because it's our job to train the next group of creatives so that they can carry on and be able to provide an atmosphere for young people to come along and learn their trade and their skills in the arts, you know? So it's our hope that this administration will embrace that, embrace those who haven't been embraced before. And, you know, I would do a shout out to the current speaker, Adrienne Adams, because she's done a lot to help, along with Natasha Williams and some of the other electeds, but to really embrace these theaters that have been carrying a load for a long time. It would be a good place for him to start. And I got some ideas. I hope that I'll have the opportunity to share those, because I've learned a few things over the last.
You have learned a few things over the last half century or so. Right. Okay, well, listen, happy holidays to you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to be at your theater. Take Six, you had a sold-out concert for the Take Six. You hosted mayoral debates, so it's really a cultural gem in Queens, and I'm wishing you the best this holiday season. Carl Clay, president and founder of the Black Spectrum Theater. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And now, our final focus. We want to take a moment and salute a legendary educator celebrating a remarkable milestone.
So wherever you go, whatever you do, wherever you are, remember that an elder has told you that you are beloved.
Oh, Dr. Adelaide Sanford is beloved. On November 27th, she turned 100. Born in Brooklyn, she remains a formidable voice for equal access, and she spent her career prioritizing the success of marginalized students. She was elected to New York's Board of Regents in 1986 and served for more than 20 years, and it was an honor to interview Dr. Sanford just 4 years ago.
These people who have been uneducated, educated improperly, led to have patterns of thought and behavior that are destructive, very often feel that they are entitled to what they have. And it bothers me that we don't focus sufficiently on the damage that is done to the entire nation and globe when people are taught incorrectly and led to believe that that story is the only story.
A champion of equity and excellence. Happy 100th birthday to the Queen Mother of Education.